Here at the Student Union, you can buy all kinds of stuff. They even sell pizza by the slice. So I got to wondering, how would an economist decide how many slices of pizza to buy? So when we want to make either a yes/no decision, and a thumbs up, thumbs down decision, or a counts decision, a how many decision, we want to use marginal thinking. We want to think on the margin. Now, what does it mean to think on the margin? Let's get into that. Simply put, marginal analysis, thinking on the margin, just means as we add a little more. Marginal means as we add a little more. Now, more specifically, it's something like as we add one more, and marginal analysis for a simple yes/no decision, either we do or we don't, is thinking if we do, what are the additional benefits and costs, and if we don't, what are the benefits and costs? So yes/no decisions are a little simpler than decisions with counts, how many, but the logic of it is the same. As we go from here to a little more, what is the change as we add a little more? That's the underlying logic. So if we want total benefit or total value to be maximized, then we want to keep making a decision, keep doing a thing, keep going, as long as the next one, a little more, as long as the next one makes us better off. Or said another way, as long as the next one brings us more value than it costs, brings in more benefit than cost. We like to use the phrase marginal benefit and marginal cost, where marginal benefit is the value we get from adding a little more, and marginal cost is the cost we incur by adding a little more. So we can put it simply with an equation like this. We want to keep doing a thing as long as the marginal benefit, the benefit we get from adding a little more, is at least as much as marginal cost. And we'll keep seeing throughout the course, this is a logic that economists generally apply. So let's come back to this pizza example or this pizza metaphor. I've got up here numbers of slices, and I've got the marginal benefit and marginal cost of these slices of pizza. So what is it talking about? Well, if you're buying pizza by the slice, the marginal cost, we can see the cost of adding another is always $3. What does that mean? Well, that means that $3 is the price of the pizza. Every time you buy a slice, you fork over $3. So it's $3 every time you buy a slice of pizza. That's the marginal cost of one additional slice. Okay, what about the marginal benefit? Well, this is something that I've just put these numbers here to give us an example, but this is going to come from your preferences, right? How bad do you want the pizza? If you don't like pizza at all, then maybe your marginal benefit will be incredibly low. For this example, we're going to imagine that you're pretty hungry. And if you're pretty hungry, you haven't eaten in 6-8 hours, you're like, oh, golly, I can use something to eat. Maybe you really value that slice of pizza. I give the example here that this potential buyer values the first slice at $10. The benefit I would get from that first slice of pizza is like $10. Okay, well, what about the second slice? Is the second slice ever as good as the first slice? No. You guys, if you've eaten pizza before, know the first slice, the very, very best little bite is that very first bite. Oh, it's so good. And then the second bite, not as good. Second slice of pizza, not as good. So I've got the dollar figure, $5 of value from the second slice. The third slice, $2, even less value. The fourth slice, $1, even less value. And finally, by the time you're eating the fifth slice of pizza, I've got negative $5 here of benefit. This implies that the value you get from another slice of pizza can be negative. You guys ever eat enough pizza to where you hit a point where you're like, oh my God, no more. If I eat another bite, I'm going to feel worse than I did just stopping earlier. Usually for me, that's somewhere between slice 4 and 5. And I'm like, what am I doing? What is this? I should stop. Cut me off. Yeah. Okay. Just me. Whatever. So let's try and make this pizza decision on the margin. So we're going to go as we add a little more, start at the very top. The very first slice. What is the benefit we get from buying the first slice? Well, it's $10. How much does it cost? It's $3. Benefit is 10, cost is 3. Do we want that slice of pizza? Yes, because the marginal benefit is greater than the marginal cost. What about the next one? The benefit is $5. The cost is 3. Benefit is $5. Cost is 3. Do we want that slice of pizza? Yes, we do, because the marginal benefit is greater than the marginal cost. What about the third slice of pizza? The benefit we get is $2. The cost is $3. Do we want that one? The benefit is only $2. The cost is 3. Since the cost is now greater than the benefit, we don't want that slice. And because the benefit just keeps going down after that, we know we don't want slice 3, 4, or 5, right? So how many slices of pizza should we eat in this example? We should eat 2. We keep going. We make this decision on a counts basis. Keep going as long as the next one brings you more value than it costs you. Marginal thinking. So when is this going to be useful to us? This is going to help us decide how many employees to hire. We want to keep hiring as long as the next worker brings us more money than it costs. It's going to help us decide how many units to produce. We want to keep making more widgets, whatever it is we sell, as long as the next one brings us more money than it costs us. And we can do this over and over again for basically any decision. How many TVs do I want in my house? Well, as long as the next one brings me more value than it costs me. How many dollars should the state government spend on public schools? Well, we want to keep going as long as the benefit we get from another dollar on the schools outweighs the cost. Now, what is cost in this? Okay, if it's $1, how could it be cost? Well, the cost we could think in terms of opportunity cost. Is that benefit we're getting, is it better than any value we could get from somewhere else, right? So as we add a little more, hiring, how many units to produce, how many TVs to buy, how many slices of pizza to eat, you get it. Thinking on the margin as we add a little more. I think you guys are going to do great with this. All right, thank you.